Good afternoon, my friends. This is Father Thomas again. Holy planting time. Sorry, I'm going to be wearing my hat today, not only because of the sun, but because it's about 3:30 in the afternoon. I haven't taken a shower yet. I had a very good night's sleep last night. I slept about 12 hours. I never do that. I usually get 4 or 5 hours at the most. I don't know. My body needed it, and the cat was a little annoyed when I woke up at 10:30 because she wanted her breakfast. She woke me up at 7:30, but I just turned around and went to sleep again. But anyway, she's fed, she's happy, and now I'm outside. I've been outside, of course, for a few hours, like I say, but I wanted to show you another little planting tip. Some things you can find sometimes. These days, people are cleaning out their garages and their closets, and I drive around and I see something that hits my eye. I say, oh my goodness, they're throwing that away. I can use that. So yesterday, and usually, people are ashamed to go and pick something up, but if it's good, there's no harm in it, no shame, especially these days when you have to wear a mask. Nobody even recognizes you. But I don't mind. So yesterday I saw this little piece of furniture. It's I'm assuming that it's an end table. You can see, it's got 4 legs and a top that opens up, so you probably put a lamp here or something, or maybe you opened it up and put a lamp there and magazines or whatever it was. But I said, I have a use for that. I can make that into a planter. So that's what I'm doing. I took it home and I looked at it, and this just a little while before I said, okay, I need to have some drainage holes. So I took my largest drill socket and I drilled 3 holes in the bottom for drainage. So you can see there, okay? And that's plenty. But then I said, well, how do I block this off? Because I don't need soil in the back there, nothing is going to grow. So I took my little trusty angler and I figured out the angle that's here, and I traced it onto a piece of wood. I cut that and it fits in there fine. So I'm going to place that about halfway. This is like an inch from the top, but that's fine. I'm not going to fill it all the way up with soil either. So I'm going to screw that in now. And of course, it's a good piece of wood, I think, on the sides. So I'm going to put pilot holes first. And for that, I use my countersinks. So I'm going to take my what is this, a size C6 countersink. I'll put that in here. These are very nice tools, these countersinks. They're great. So I'm going to line up where I want the piece of wood, approximately. And I'm going to put 2 countersinks there. So that I can put a nice brass screw and hold them in place. I'll do the same on this side, although this doesn't actually match up, but that's okay. The soil will do its job. So long as I can get a couple of screws in there, I'm fine. So, put my countersink back because you don't want to lose those. When I was building my boat, I used these nice little kits, 5 countersinks, but it's about $90. Made by the Fuller Company in Warwick, Rhode Island. It's great, but I lost the C6, which was the one I was using the most for the small brass screws when I was putting my boat together. So I had to buy a whole nother set. I couldn't find just that one alone. But anyway, that's the story. That's long past. So now I take my little brass screws and I have my drill. So I'll put my screws in there. Let's see. They're matched up there. I think it's oops. Wood is going flying. Have a better handle on that. That's one. That's 2. Side. one. And that's two. So that's pretty good. I got this actually just on the block across from the street. So if people see this from the street, they know where their wood went, or their little table. So that's that. That's simple enough, right? Then you just have to fill it with some soil. So I have some, of course, as I always do, you know, some potting mix. Put that in here. Look at that. Okay, that's good. My other glove. I don't want to get my hands dirty, too dirty, because I have the 5 o'clock mass tonight. So I still have to work on that, of course. But that's nice. Look at that, huh? Soil is just about the right height. That wood will age with time, so it'll get darkened, so you won't even see. And of course, when you plant your plants, there'll be nothing to see. All right, so I'm going to wet this potting mix. It's important that your soil is moist, of course, especially when you plant. Last night we had a really good rainfall, so my rain barrel really filled up nicely. And I use the rainwater, especially when plants are young. I've made an experiment with that one year, and I planted some things with regular tap water and some things with rainwater. Of course, the rainwater ones grew that much faster and were much more happier. So there I have it. Okay. It's a little low. I'm going to get some more soil. Okay, as you can hear, the fire trucks just went by, and whenever I see fire trucks or ambulances, I always say a little prayer for that person, so I'll pause for a moment. God protect them and their families. Okay, so now we go back to planting, huh? You can plant whatever you want in this, of course. It's very nice. You could probably put potato vines, which would hang over the sides. I don't have any of those right now, but I do have lobelia, which also hangs over. It's a beautiful, it's called midnight blue. You see that color? That lives all summer long. It loves the sun to partial shade, 4 to 6 inches in height, and then, of course, like I say, it drips over the sides. So I'm going to do that right now. There's 4 little plants. That's plenty for this. And I have to say we need something for the middle. So I have a white violet right now, but that will die soon. So it'll be nice for the spring, but it's not going to do much. So I have these celosia. Celosia, very pretty plant. This loves the full sun. Grows to about 10 to 12 inches. Whoops, there's the camera. 10 to 12 inches. Okay, so that'll be nice in the back and in the middle. So, and it'll be very, very colorful. They come in a variety of colors. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll plant our lobelias in the corner. I might put another one there. And I'll put some of these celosia. Look at that, I have 2 in 1. See, I told you that sometimes that happens. You get 2 plants in one. There's an orange one, there's a pink one. We'll leave them together. They'll grow and make a nice display. We'll put them in the back here. And I know they look much smaller than the lobelia, but that's okay. Don't worry about that at all. They'll grow, don't you worry. Okay. We put our lobelia in the corners here. I might get a potato vine for that middle part, which is fine. It'll be nice. So, put this celosia back where it belongs. I'll water these in. And I'm going to keep this in my backyard. Let me get the dirt off here. I'm going to keep this in the backyard because I can come out in the morning time, and I'll put this next to a chair, and I can put my coffee on there and enjoy the morning wake up. It's always beautiful in the morning as the sun is rising, or thereafter, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's quiet, and you can meditate, you can pray, you can read something if you want, or just drink a nice cup of coffee, just ease into the morning. I've been doing that a lot since we were on this lockdown, although we still have 7 a.m. and 8:45 a.m. Mass. So please watch us on live stream. Please pray for us. We hope to have the church open soon, but we're waiting for the government to give those directions. I know President Trump said he wanted the churches open this weekend, but the governor has to argue that, and I don't know who has the ultimate authority, because we're a republic, so it's something strange. But we're hoping our bishop gives us some direction too. That's what we're waiting for. So hopefully, within the next week or two, we can be back in church. But we'll have to be socially, distant. So we figured out maybe we can have about 60 people in our church at one time if we're keeping that social distance of 6 feet apart. But at least we can get back to something. I know we're allowed to now have funerals and weddings with 10 people at those ceremonies, and I had a wedding yesterday, so I did that. That was a joyful thing. And I'll have a big ceremony later on. But it's important that they get married in the church, which is the basis and foundation of all Christian marriage, being married in church and blessed by God. So keep praying for us as we keep praying for you. And if you find something on the side of the road that somebody's throwing away and it's helpful, or you can find a use for it, this is great. This is a collection now to my garden. And it won't last forever because it's made of wood, and I'm going to allow it to get wet and everything else. But that's okay. I got it for free. If it lasts me a year, it's great. But I think I'll get much more use out of it than that. Okay, my friends, it's almost time I have to shower and shave and get ready for my 5 o'clock Mass, which I'll be celebrating, and I'll be thinking of all of you. God bless you, and have a wonderful day. This Memorial Day weekend, I should also mention, it is Memorial Day weekend. So we remember all those who sacrificed their lives for our freedom. I have many uncles, some of them are passed, and they fought in World War II. And I have a grandfather who fought in World War I. He was in the Ardennes. He was decorated in 5 of the major battles. He got a Purple Heart because of so close fighting in the trenches. He was shot in the leg. It went in one side and out the other, clean as can be. He used to show us that when I was a boy. It was something always fascinating to us. But these men and the women today that are in the military and that have sacrificed their lives for us, young men and women, I hate to say that, but it is always, usually young men and women, of course, in our military that suffer and die for us. They need to be remembered. And that's what Memorial Day is all about. It's a Memorial Day for them, for us to remember them, to pray for them that they are at the throne of God and enjoying the beautiful paradise that God has prepared for them, and that their lives, we remember, were not given in vain. They're not given in vain. Memorial Day is not all about barbecues and hot dogs and hamburgers and all that kind of stuff, especially not about shopping and finding the best deals. It's about memorizing, about memorializing, about visiting the graves of those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, for future generations to enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy. And this country is still enjoying freedom. We are a nation of freedom. We have freedom here, and we love to, of course, spread freedom in the world. Good freedom, God-fearing, holy freedom. So that's what we're remembering this weekend. And I remember those who passed, and we pray for them. So visit a grave of a soldier, a sailor, a Marine, a member of the Air Force, Coast Guard, male, female, young, old, doesn't matter. Of course, they gave the ultimate sacrifice for us. And we remember them these days, and visit them, pray for them, leave a flag at their grave, salute them. And in the fall, we celebrate Veterans Day, all those who didn't give up their lives but did make sacrifices. But this weekend, we remember those who died for our freedom. May they rest in peace. May they know that freedom they won for us is still here, still protected, and we thank them for that. God bless them always. So for Memorial Day, of course, as I said, we remember all those who gave their lives for our freedom. And I plant a flag in their memory in this lantern that we made. May they rest in peace. Amen.